All right, what is up, fellas? We are back with another video here. But before we get into this one, just to let you know, with the 2016 Road Glide giveaway that we got going on, I've got two bonuses that are going to drop. This is going to be the first one. The next one will be in a couple days. This one is anybody that spends $150 more or more on the shopping cart automatically gets another 2,500 extra entries added at the end when you check out. So all you do is spend 150 bucks and you're automatically going to get 2,500 extra entries added on automatically. The next one's going to be a little bit bigger and will coincide with this one, if that's the word to use. But, you know, you're not going to lose out if you wait or nothing. This one will be there, and the other one's going to be there too. But make sure you go to fbombbaggers.com right now, buy anything in our store. You automatically enter to the badass giveaway Road Glide that we got. But in the midst of that, this is a little side project that we got going on just for a little fun, bringing back the old days of mini trucks and all that stuff, which if you look back at some of our other videos, you probably got a teaser what was in the background. We're doing this for our buddy Lester. This is us going to Billet Specialties, which is local in here, Chicago suburbs, out by us, like 30 minutes from the shop. It's been there since like the 90s, I think, 80s or 90s, and they were like kind of one of the innovators for all billet machining parts and stuff like that. You had Boyd in California, and then these guys, and I've never even been there, but we were getting a set of rims for his truck and then decided to just go there. Glenn he's a guy our age, so he hooked us up with giving us the tour, and the place is ridiculous. So, I mean, it's not really motorcycle related. I told them they should get into motorcycle parts, so we think about it, but definitely cool just to see the background of how billet machine parts to that level and wheels and drag wheels and everything are made. So enjoy it. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, drop a comment. And we are weeks away from giving away that Road Glide, so make sure you get entered right now. 30 times entries right now when you purchase anything. All right, stay tuned.
All right, so we're kind of back here where we're doing all the wheel machining. So if we want to walk through here, you could see some stuff being made. So we're working on some one-piece front wheels right now. He's got some spindle mounts over here, some lug mount stuff over here. He's putting them in to do the contrast cut. These are how they come out. That's how they start. And that's the absolute like blank in the rough turn profile before it's even the designs cut in.
So that's chrome, obviously, right?
Yeah, that's going to be the full polished option. And then these will be the contrast cut option. And then over here, we're doing some of the new red line wheels. These are actually for a private label program we do exclusively for GTRs.
Oh, no shit.
So these are going to be going on some pretty badass GTRs for some drag radials. If you want to come over here, we can go into the like real buffing room. So I don't think anyone's really going to want to go in here, maybe besides him. So we do all of our own polishing in-house. It's really loud, it's really dirty, it's really hot. These guys work really hard to give you the best looking stuff. It's more of an art form than anything. So he's retouching bead locks. We might be one of the only companies that after we cut the rings off, like we'll cut the outer portion of the rim off to put the ring on, where we repolish the inside so it cleans up any little scratches from chip drag, so that the finish on the front face is perfect. Ta-da! So now we're gonna come out here, we're gonna do a little bit of wheel assembly. So everything for the day is going to be put out on these racks. They're gonna pick out the appropriate rims and they're gonna put the wheels together with a process that we kind of use as a two-piece manufacturer. We're going to expand the rim, shrink it, align it, and then weld it. We'll get back to that in a minute. Let's go this way. So over here we're going to be doing a different form of polishing. So this is all robotic. We're doing a couple different operations right now. These are AC compressors for pulley kits. So the robot's going to grab these by hand with its little collet over there, pick them up and send them through the process. So we manually load them on the tray and then it spins around and it'll let the robot grab them. This little guy does about the work of probably 2 to 3 people.
What's that piece there?
And it keeps the people safe, because the processes on some of this polishing is a very dangerous about it. Like these ears, right? Like they'll catch on the buff when you're trying to hold it, you know, and it'll hurt people, break their hands, break their fingers, break arms. So we bought these to kind of not get rid of labor, but to do those things that are very, very difficult for a human to do and reduce the risk of injury.
That's crazy. And it just grabs it?
Yeah. So, and then they're doing rims over here. So they're doing like a final color polish over on these. So any of these rims you see in here, it's not that they're not pre-polished somewhat. This is what they're gonna kind of look like when they start. And then we just kind of increase the finish luster in this process. So, I don't know. Like I said, we pride ourselves on having the best polish. So this is how it starts. It's gonna end a little bit better than that. So this is another thing we've been working on. All these pieces are stock. Okay, so we're keeping all these pieces in stock so we could deliver competition series bolt together, double beadlock and single beadlock drag wheels. We're shooting for 72-hour delivery for any size, any style. So I'm stocking all the components to have them here all the time. So that way I could just put them together and we could go. More drag wheel parts. So, you know, all the new wheel styles we got. You know, everyone wants to see new flavors. That's something new kind of we're working on. Those are gonna be for like Dodge Challenger Hellcats and 15-inch. So wide bodies and narrow bodies.
That's a wide body rim?
Like that's just on a 12 to kind of get an offset. We're playing with some other things, but we're gonna be doing them on 1511 and 15x10 for all those Hellcat guys. So it's kind of a really bitchin' looking setup with the concave center. It's gonna be pretty rad. That's a 12. No, that won't, but we're just playing with it for photography. So now these are all race wheel centers. Like, so any of the drag and drive stuff or the street strip stuff, we keep all these components in stock for that. So, you know, like, we're trying to get you guys wheels fast, but in order to do that, we gotta keep, I don't know, maybe 2,000 centers here on the floor to fit all your different calipers and offsets and options that you guys have today. So, you know, it's not as easy as just one of these parts and one of that part to make a wheel to fit your car. There's several variables that come into play. And we try to keep stock on 80% of the A movers all the time so that we could get stuff out the door quicker. Here's another one finished. They're getting ready to finish it out. There's the match in front. We got some big rims today, probably going out for like a box Chevy or something like that too. I'm not really sure what those fit. But like I said, we don't just do race wheels, we kind of do it all. All right, let's go over this way. This is kind of overflow garbage. Like the powder coating rim will be cool. We're gonna have a little bit of dead time getting there. So this is kind of the pre-treatment area. Ultrasonically bath with reverse osmosis water to kind of like keep things, yeah, super clean. It's nothing fancy, man. It's just basic bath station, just to make sure everything's nice and clean. So, and then we'll come into the room. So the most important part about the process is like cleanliness and temperature control. So we're not doing like hundreds of thousands of parts. We're doing like 10 badass wheels like before lunch and maybe another 24 of like a production wheel, like a black wheel or something like after lunch. So cleanliness and tidiness is key so that we get a perfect finish every time. So then we kind of got a showroom. I unfortunately had a little bit of a roof leak during the hot, cold slush disaster last week. So we're waiting for the roof to come get repaired, but they can't repair the roof because there's 2 inches of ice on it. So I've got buckets down here hoping it's not gonna leak, but it's probably gonna leak and they still can't come fix it. So all the wheels we kind of do are in here. So if you're ever in the neighborhood, it's usually set up a lot nicer than this, but all of our wheels are on display. All of our accessories are on display. You can kind of see what you're gonna order before you order it. Say 90% of the people who come in here change their mind. So you know, we have a lot of, like, so that's the wheel you just saw in the back, right? But look at the brushed finish with the polish, with the clear coat. Totally a different animal. You guys just saw one being detailed in full polish. Looks totally, totally different that way too. So anyway, you guys can come in and see it all. No. So it's kind of a stay in our lane kind of thing. We've been a hot rod muscle car, like show car kind of deal. Like, we've never been an off-road company. There's other guys out there who do it every day, so we'll let them keep doing that.